Thanks for tuning in to another value-packed episode of the Business Owner Breakthrough. It's the podcast that's all around helping you transition from merely operating your business to truly owning it. And if you've ever wondered how you can make a long-lasting, deep impact through your business, this episode is for you. We're diving into this new concept that I came up with the other day called the GFI. It's the greatest future impact that you offer to your clients. And you may ask, why should I really care about the GFI? Well, let me lay it out for you. As entrepreneurs, we get so bogged down in the day-to-day chaos that we often lose sight of the big picture. I mean, it's easy to focus on your revenue, your inventory, your employee schedules, but what about the impact that you're having on your customers' lives, not just today, but down the line? How is your business shaping the future of their future? That's where the GFI comes in. This concept shifts your mindset towards understanding and maximizing the long-term impact of your solutions on your customer's life. You can market it, you can talk about it, you can lay it all out, you can buy to it, all of the different things. It's a piece of your promise. And I know if you've been listening for a while, you understand the idea of the promise. We'll dig into a little bit here how this all comes together. So how do you define the GFI, your greatest future impact? Well, it's a way of thinking that goes beyond your product or service. It doesn't just ask, how am I solving the customer's problem? It asks, how am I setting this customer up for a lifetime of success and well-being? See the difference? We're not just putting out the immediate fires. We're helping folks live in a world with less friction, less pain, and our solutions are the answer to their greatest future life, their greatest future impact on their life through using our goods and services. And if you've been following for a while, you already know that the business, your business, should have a well-defined promise. And the promise is your guiding star, right? It identifies your customer's pain point, provides a unique solution, and paints a picture to a better life ahead. And the GFI is the jet fuel behind that rocket. It's what drives the promise into a long-term reality. It's step 3 of the promise, right? Let's break it down further. To get started on identifying your business's GFI, I'd recommend reviewing your promise again, right? Step 1, list out on a piece of paper, pull out the piece of paper, list out the pain points that your customers are facing, understand them in depth, understand the pain points that will help you pinpoint exactly what it is that your customer needs from you. Step 2, identify how your product or service uniquely addresses these pain points. It's crucial because you've got to differentiate yourself from the competition. Why should a customer choose you to solve that problem? And step 3, here's the GFI part, right? Put on your visionary goggles. Imagine how your customer's life, a year, 2 years, even 5 years after they've been using your product or service, and what does that future look like for them? That's the GFI, right? And if they continue to use your product and services, how can you frame it up so that they're going to have the best future impact on their lives? Everybody buys a better life when they buy goods or services. They have it in their mind, so you might as well have it laid out for them with the answers on how their life is going to be better down the road. The greatest future impact. So step 4 is set the objectives. You can't shoot for a target that you can't see. So lay down some real, clear, concrete objectives on focusing on maximizing the greatest future impact for your customers. You know, in my business here at Simplifying Entrepreneurship, one of the things that I do is I want to give the business owners that I work with some time back. And I like to start off by saying, hey, we can work towards getting 20% of your time back. Or maybe you want to cut their operational costs, or, you know, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter, but understanding what it is that you're trying to free up. And we'll use this example of 20% time back that I use with Simplifying Entrepreneurship. So step 5 would be the action plan. Nothing moves without action. So break down your objectives into actionable steps. If you want to free up 20% of your time, then what systems, tools, and training can I offer in order to help you with that, right? And so I have delegated and fixed up and worked through a bunch of those things that can give you your time back, right? They're actionable steps that we work through. That's a greatest future impact piece for me that I can give to some of my clients, giving them their time back so it frees them up from the frustration and they can do some of the things that they choose to do, not some of the things that they feel they have to do all the time, right? Talk's cheap. And that's why Step 6 is so crucial. Measurement and KPIs. How will you know if you've achieved your objectives without measuring? So you need to pick some of the metrics that tie directly into the objectives you've set. If your goal was set to free up time, then we need to track the time, right? And it doesn't really matter what it is that you do for your business, but there has to be some measurements and KPIs around it, or else there's no way to sort of tell the story and show the impact. As we move to step 7, it's the feedback. Customer feedback isn't just for Yelp reviews, right? We need to create a feedback mechanism as much as we possibly can. It could be as simple as a monthly one-on-one that I would do, say, for example, with my clients. I want to find out through each quarter that they go through or each month that they go through that they're actually getting some time back. And you can understand and celebrate some of the wins, which is step 8, to celebrate some of the wins when you've actually taken that vacation off, when you've freed yourself up from having the phone in your hand the entire time that you're away with your family, or all of the different steps to create freedom in the example that I'm using here with my business in coaching entrepreneurs through some of these issues. What are these issues for you? How can you incur and get the feedback so that you know that you're on the right track? Because you want to celebrate the victories. There's no victory that is too small to celebrate, and the victory must be communicated, right? Whether it's internal among your team or external to your customer base, let the people know the strides that you're making in achieving your GFI. It not only builds momentum, but it also solidifies the brand's promise to everyone else that's involved, or for people that may want to get involved with that promise down the road. So for future customers, right? So, okay, I know it's a lot. The GFI framework isn't just another sort of to-do on your list. It's a mindset. It's about changing the way you see your business and its place in the lives of your customers. And if you nail this down, you're not just making sales, you're making a meaningful difference. The communication, the language, the marketing, all of this other stuff that goes around building that promise and building your GFI is going to be so much easier for you because it's clear. Clarity creates confidence, and confidence ignites momentum. And when we ignite momentum by having a tool like the GFI, then good things are going to happen. I know we've covered a lot of ground today, but don't worry. I've simplified this into a really easy to follow worksheet. Trust me, it's the sheet that you didn't know you needed. But if you would like to download a copy of this little one-page worksheet to create your GFI, just go to simplifyingentrepreneurship.com/I to get and download your PDF copy, and you can start working on your GFI today. I'm sure you've heard about the power of now, right? It's the same with GFI. The best time to start developing your business's greatest future impact is right now. So I've got this sheet to help you get started. Go ahead and download it at simplifyingentrepreneurship.com/I. If you found value in this episode, do me a quick favor, will you? Share it with another business owner who could benefit from it, or from one of the past episodes that maybe tweaked something for you. It would do me a big benefit to have some other people listening here to the Business Owner Breakthrough. The more entrepreneurs we can help shift from operating their businesses to truly owning it, the more impact we can make in our communities. And that's one of my goals along the way. I really want to help as many entrepreneurs as I can to free up their time, because it's my belief that when business owners free up their time and when they make more money, they end up helping their community with the time that they have, and they end up giving back to their communities with the money. If you think about it, many of your local Little League coaches, many of your volunteers in a variety of the charitable foundations, the people that give money to the hospital, to the church, to the playground, to the different things in your communities are business owners. And that's one of my big goals, is to help as many business owners as I can to free up some of their time and to give them more money so that they can then in turn, and they often do, we see this time and time again, give it back to their community. So in some small way, helping out the communities of the entrepreneurs. And I really believe that to be such an important piece of business ownership. And as we look at the greatest future impact, think about the greatest future impact that your business is providing your clients and providing your community. It's so important. And you know what? It's a feel-good thing for you to know that you're making a difference. Now go and make it a great day.